Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Giants. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Detroit! On second down, here's Lauletta. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Lucky 56. Out of the gun, Lauletta. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. 56 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Lauletta now on second. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. The catch made by Miller. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on. Third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Watch it now, Barney. Look at 56.
From the gun, here's Lauletta. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Hurts over the middle. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this will remain a scoreless game. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
On 1st and 10, Lauletta dancing to his left. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. Oh, touchdown, Giants! Steven Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This fielded at the 2. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Here's Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
82.
Throwing is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This quarterback now already at 150 yards passing, and we're still in the first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The first throw for the backup Lynch. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first run of this game.
Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Going for it. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And it's 15-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. John Simon in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Lynch. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Sproles. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great.
Throwing now is Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now out come the Giants. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of...
Odell Beckham Jr. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 97 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it.
Anderson loses the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball. And carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Following the fumble, recovery. Here's Lynch. Buying time to his left. And he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it with Lynch. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, and he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And some space here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he cuts it out. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the 1st half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
And again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Fights him off. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Typically down in the 1st half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, 1st half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Come on now, let's go.
Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And got his man complete. And he is down deep into Giant territory. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 53 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Counter play. Rolls. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Black.
Wentz to throw on second down. This is caught. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Thomas rolls his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
On second down, Lynch. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Lynch now 5 of 6, very accurate since taking over, and he's got his guys a first down. A handoff, Barkley running left. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And oh, it's blocked. The defense picks it up, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
they can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's got some space here. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Saquon Barkley. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Lynch. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. Green able to dance free. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll go to Barkley again. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Lynch now throwing on third. Being chased out left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now wins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Eagles have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, that when they've tried too hard, Even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. First down for Philly. Wentz on target to Hollins. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz now to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Running left, it's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Giants, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins.